Hey guys, you're watching Bades 1, aka Baden Redshaw, or Baden Redshaw, aka Bades 1, I don't care. Major news has just dropped, and I've got it here on the screen for you all so you can all see it. Wrestler Jerry the King Lawler and fiance arrested. Shocking news to think, after all these years we've watched this guy on TV, and he always does, recently he's kind of portrayed that part of the very PG one of the lot, sorry, bad timing, but I've got hair in my mouth. Anyway, Jerry the King Lawler arrested. Crazy news. Let's get into reading what's happened. I'll read it out to you. Memphis wrestling legend Jerry the King Lawler and his fiancée Lauren McBride are facing domestic assault charges. According to the WWE, Lawler has been suspended. WWE has zero tolerance for matters involving domestic violence, and per our policy, Jerry Lawler has been suspended indefinitely following his arrest. The 66-year-old Lawler and the 27-year-old McBride were both locked. The fact that Jerry's 66 and her being 27, massive age difference, but the 66-year-old and 27-year-old were both booked into the Shelby County Jail around 1 a.m. on Friday. It is now almost heading into Saturday here in Australia. Well, a few more hours left, of course. According to the affidavit, the two were involved in a violent confrontation at Lawler's home on St. Nick Drive in East Memphis. McBride claims Lawler struck her in the head and pushed her against a stove, while Lawler claims McBride scratched him in the face, threw a candle at him, and kicked him in the groin. What else have we got here? McBride also alleged that Lawler got an unloaded pistol, put it on the kitchen counter, and told her to kill herself. Let's see what else we got here. This is getting really heated. You can't write storylines like this. Well, you can, but fucking hell. Hearing about this is just serious. Lawler says McBride was intoxicated and claims McBride is the one who brought the pistol into the kitchen. Lawler has been a public figure in the Memphis area for more than 40 years. He's been a very good public face in Memphis. His wrestling career has spanned decades, and he even ran for Memphis mayor a few times. I don't really think that's gonna. If he did do this, I don't think that's gonna help him. He currently owns a restaurant in, I think it's Beale Street. Lawler was previously arrested in 1999 for throwing a ticket at a Memphis police officer and running over his foot. So Lawler has a bit of a history of being a bit of a naughty boy. Lawler and his girlfriend. It's Reg News, Channel 3. Everyone's got the scoop on this. Lawler is in some deep shit right now, and so is his girlfriend. Well, I don't know if his girlfriend's in a deep shit. Let's just be honest here. Women can get away with more than men, and I think she will be able to get away with a fair bit. It just looks bad for Lawler right now. The media, because we don't know entirely what happened if we weren't behind the closed doors with them. All we can know and see is evidence of if they have physical evidence of violence on their face, or they can say whatever they like. If the police found a gun at the location, then there you go, there was a gun there. Both have been arrested, so both of them are in a bit of shit. But it doesn't Yeah, I think this means that Lawler's going to be getting it worse than her, because Lawler's basically lost his job. He's no longer in WWE, and I don't think he's going to be back in WWE for a very long time. You know, Jim Ross did something very minor. I think Vince has a very small tolerance for people fucking up. Like, if you fuck up and you're in Vince McMahon's company, you're done. You're not going to be sticking around for much longer. Like, look at Jim Ross and that. I think it was, no, it wasn't E3. It was the SummerSlam panel that they did, and he didn't really do much wrong. You look at that freaking full event, and Jim Ross didn't do much wrong at all. And Vince fired him for that, and he hasn't been back in the company since. That's been years now. And apparently he failed to control the environment of, Ric Flair being drunk. They wanted Ric Flair to be, kept under control. Apparently Jim Ross failed to do that, so he was fired. And, apparently they all thought Jim Ross was drunk, but that really was his Bell's palsy, because he has a slurred speech, with his Bell's palsy. That's what he says anyway. But yeah, Lawler's done. If you look at this in a few years' time, and I heard a few years back, one of Vince's claims was, and Jim Ross has spoken about this as well, that Jim Ross wasn't photogenic enough, wasn't young enough for the cameras, so that's another one of the reasons why he was fired for commentary a few years before the SummerSlam panel incident. And if you look at Lawler, he's not looking like a fresh young spring chicken himself. Like, if Lawler's gone for a few years, I don't think Vince is going to go, oh, he was such a great announcer, I need to get him back, he's so photogenic. I think in a few years' time, Lawler's going to be, 70, and fucking Vince is not even going to care, and he's going to be like, yeah, I can get someone better and younger with more photogenics to do what Lawler can do, but way better than Lawler. And it's quite sad, because Lawler was beloved by a lot of fans, and his career's done. There's no other way around it. I don't think WWE's going to go, you know what, we'll a little slap on the wrist, you'll be okay, Lawler, you'll be fine. Nah. If you look at Adam Rose just got done for a very minor case of domestic violence, and the case was dropped. But it was still minor. WWE still fired him. He's still fired now. I don't think they have any desire to bring Adam Rose back. He's not a top draw. He's not going to bring in money. He's not going to sell tickets. Adam Rose is not someone they need. Same thing goes for Jerry Lawler. They don't need Jerry Lawler. It's sad, but they don't really need Jerry Lawler. And they can, like I said, they can always get someone else to replace him. That's the way these billion-dollar companies work. But yeah, anyway guys, that is the scoop on what's happening with Jerry Lawler. I don't think it looks very good for him right now, so if you're thinking, oh, he's going to be back in the company soon, I would really hold off on believing such things, because he's just been arrested. He's been suspended indefinitely, which means he's probably not going to be back for a long time. So, no Money in the Bank for Jerry Lawler, no SmackDown for Lawler anymore. You're probably only going to have Byron Saxton and Mauro Ranallo for SmackDown. Maybe someone else will replace Lawler if they think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary. They could bring in Booker T. Yeah, they could.
That's not
they could bring in Booker T for SmackDown or Raw, whatever the hell they want to do. But honestly, I don't think they need 3 announcers. Like 2 is enough. But anyway, guys, that is that. I'm gonna leave that with you all to think about. It's quite shocking, because I didn't see this one coming at all. But lately, we haven't been seeing a lot of things come that have been happening, and Lawler is just another one of those shocking things that has happened in the wrestling community lately, like with Adam Rose and Ryback kind of recently saying, fuck this shit, I'm out. Same thing with Cody Rhodes, him saying, fuck this shit, I'm out. Damien Sandow was dropped. But, that's just being dropped, who didn't see that coming, Sandow wasn't really needed anymore. It was the good old classic case of creative had nothing for him, and obviously they didn't really, if you think about it. But anyway, guys, that's that. Pretty interesting news to find out, but it's pretty sad for Lawler because he's got no career anymore, and he's probably just going to have to, I don't know, maybe just keep drawing his comics, maybe do some indie shows. Maybe, yeah, I know he's got a restaurant, but you see him on SmackDown every week. So Lawler's either going to be drawing comics, trying to sell comics or whatever the hell, or he's going to be doing his restaurant, or he's going to be going over and doing indie shows and, maybe going to TNA, where his career would probably officially fully die. Not looking good for Lawler right now. I kind of feel bad for the dude, even though, it must have been pretty bad. He must have been pretty drunk if he actually did that, and his girlfriend must have been pretty drunk as well for them to be going on at such a rate at each other. But, it's just silly drunkenness, and I think, me personally, I think if they didn't get the authorities involved and they kind of kept this really dysfunctional relationship behind closed doors and kept it hush-hush, you could still have Lawler on TV and things would be fine. Maybe it's just a silly thing, but who knows, maybe they're doing this all the time. Maybe they're behind doors all the time, getting guns out and putting it on the kitchen counter and smacking her on the ass, putting her against the stove and hitting her across the head. I don't know what their relationship's like, but it is very weird. 66-year-old and a 27-year-old. So there is a bit of a 30-year gap there, but who am I one to judge, fuck. All I'm saying is this just sounds like a complete dysfunction, and it's going to be embarrassing for them because their whole relationship has just been plastered in front of the whole world in this really bad incident. You can see right there on your screen, if you look at that right there, you can see their mugshots right there. You see both of their heads alongside each other. That's their mugshots, and it's all plastered all over the world to see, and everyone's talking about it. And this only happened 3 hours ago, keep in mind, and they're probably going to be embarrassed as all shit, poor things. So yeah, I'm not wishing any bad on these guys. I really hope they sort things out, and I really hope that they really find what they want in life, and really just hopefully things get better, and they don't really keep up with this domestic violence in their relationship, and hopefully Lawler's career can get back on track somehow, but honestly at the moment it's really looking like it's not happening. Anyway guys, it's me done finally, and peace out. I will talk to you all later. I'm going to be starting a interview podcast show soon. I'll be looking to get all kinds of guests. So if Jerry Lawler happens to stumble across this video, please, Lawler, if you want to discuss anything, if you want to discuss your relationship or your career or anything, this recent tragedy that's just occurred, hit me up, comment in the comment section, email me at badenredshaw@gmail.com. Yeah, just hit me up. I've got Facebook and everything. If you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see all the links. You can contact me, everything. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you later, and peace out. Bye.